Gilles Moec is co-head of European Economic Research at Deutsche Bank in London. Thank you very much indeed for joining us today. How much did it and does it matter to Germany and France that the UK used its veto here and there isn't that 27-nation treaty?
Well, it complicates matter to some extent because what happens is that the normal route of renegotiation of the treaty is now totally closed. Another byway which was probably open, which was to use what is called enhanced cooperation, and that is opened in the treaty, is also probably dead simply because it takes a unanimous vote at the European Council at 27 to allow a subset of countries to progress. So they will have to innovate with an international treaty which will not be totally consistent with European law, or which will not follow the procedures of European law. It may sound very arcane, but it may mean that the resulting treaty may be a bit less binding than anything that would have been done using the normal European procedures. But it's actually fairly arcane. If we have enough commitments within the national legal frameworks in the form, for instance, of constitutional reform, it's probably enough actually to offset the fact that we can't actually do it the normal way.
No, you've said that this deal constitutes good progress, but when we look at the market reaction today, it would seem that there is still quite a lot of concern that it hasn't gone far enough.
Well, we said two things. We said that, yes, it was good progress, that the deal itself probably goes beyond what we were expecting in terms of new rules to be followed by the nation states, that it probably means also that if everything goes according to plan and we have a strict compliance to those new rules, this could open the door at some point in a not too distant future to some form of common bond issuance in the Eurozone. And from this point of view, this is a very important deal. At the same time, we also recognize that the ratification process is going to be pretty complicated. Will probably take at least the entirety of the first half of 2012. Will create a lot of political volatility, and this is probably to this fairly complicated first half of 2012 that the market is reacting right now.
And will the market be patient? Because, as you pointed out, it may take quite some time to get an actual deal in place.
What we think is that at some point, first of all, we'll probably see some more intervention by the ECB, probably not in the form that everyone in the market, including us, was expecting, which was in a very proactive way with a lot of pre-commitment, probably more in a reactive manner, but that reactive manner should hopefully allow us to avoid complete catastrophes on the sovereign bond market. After that, it basically depends on what the national governments make of these next 6 months, because on the one hand we'll have the ratification process with its own timeline and its own complexities, but we also have to watch what the governments will do on fiscal austerity and on structural reforms, and ultimately it's what these governments do which matter. From this point of view, what happens in Italy is probably absolutely central.
Okay, Gilles Moec, thank you very much for joining us. We'll leave it there.